As the war in West Asia drags on, its ripple effects are being felt elsewhere around the world. U.S. universities have become the latest flashpoint. This as students across the country are holding pro-Palestinian protests at different campus premises. The American President Joe Biden has broken his silence over the protests happening in his country. Biden has urged the protesters to uphold the rule of law.
We're a civil society, and order must prevail. Throughout our history, we've often faced moments like this because we are a big, diverse, free-thinking, and freedom-loving nation.
Biden's comments come following weeks of demonstrations and police crackdowns at college campuses across America. According to reports, the protests have resulted in more than 2,300 arrests. The latest arrests came from New York after police ordered protesters to abandon tent encampment at New York University. The NYPD officers also cleared an encampment at the new school in Greenwich Village on the request of school administrators. Similar crackdowns have also occurred at colleges across the country. At Portland State University, police moved against protesters as they cleared a library that was a major part of the demonstration movement, where the protester had barricaded themselves since Monday. While on April 30th, when an NYPD officer dressed in riot gear stormed through the window of the Columbia University building, Hamilton Hall, the officer accidentally discharged his firearm while attempting to gain entry to a locked office through a window. The bullet is said to have traveled through the office glass and into the room.
During the course of this operation, while clearing an unoccupied vacant area of the building on the first floor, one ESU member, a sergeant, did unintentionally discharge one round from his firearm. After the firearm discharge, the sergeant immediately assessed his team and ensured that nobody was injured. The team gained.
With America witnessing police crackdown on students, according to a poll, a whopping 76% of Americans want police to protect campuses from violence, while only 10% oppose it. On the other hand, when Americans were asked whether they want a ban on pro-Palestinian protests on college campuses, 47% of respondents supported it, and 30% of respondents were against it. Yemen Houthi rebels, who have disrupted global shipping to display its support for Palestinians in the Gaza conflict, are now offering a place for students suspended from U.S. universities after staging anti-Israeli protests. Sana University issued a statement applauding the humanitarian position of the students in the U.S. The university says the protesters in America can continue their studies in Yemen.
What prompted us to make such a decision? It was to return the favor to these heroes, to these free people who took this strong stance, this courageous stance towards their oppressive regimes and raised their voices loudly. So the very least we can do is to open the doors of our universities to accommodate them after they were expelled and oppressed, after they exposed these regimes that claim freedom of opinion and freedom of expression.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.